Oh, hello there! You caught me during my morning routine. I may not have ears, but I can tell you that this JBL LSR30X is one hell of a great speaker just because of the beautiful vibrations it sends throughout my body. Now you can get yourself one of these bad boys and have it shipped out to you within 2 days from our friends at massdrop.com, the community-made marketplace for audio enthusiasts quite like yourself. Visit matchdrop.com today, sign up, and get one of these beautiful babies for yourself. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I'm going to go back for Dinosaur Commandos, because I was rooting for Dinosaur Commandos. I'm a little upset that never happened.
I kind of agree. That's my #1 choice right now, Dinosaur Commandos. And then for the studio, it's supposed to be Dead Horse Studios.
Like beating a dead horse?
Yeah, you can't beat us.
No.
That's the slogan.
That was a missed opportunity. And thankfully, we got Moonduck.
Great name. All right, so we're going to get some more bands coming out despite not having that much Moonbucks. Both are pretty even in the Moonbuck
How the tables have turned.
Yes.
Radiant team pick.
Let's see if we get any randoms, guys. Is anybody going to take that chance of escalating odds? Oh.
Shadow Shaman again.
Yeah.
This time for OG. What a hero. He just helps you secure some games. You're snowballing, and he's just like a free tier 3 sometimes.
Yeah.
Slap those wards up there, try and deal with them. You just can't.
Serpent wards.
You mean serpent wards.
Mass serpent wards.
Max. Sometimes he said max.
Team pick.
They change.
Yeah, it depends. What if you named each individual serpent ward? Do you think anybody's ever done that?
Like
Anybody been
reindeers.
psychotic enough? Yeah, the reindeer.
Someone probably has.
Can you name the reindeers?
No. Rudolph, Blitzen,
10
Anus.
seconds
I don't know.
You made it like two farther than I would have.
Donner.
seconds remaining.
I said Blitzen.
Oh, did you?
Cupid.
No.
Radiant
Cupid
team
shoots arrows.
pick.
Yeah, Cupid's a different thing
Cupid,
entirely. Mott, get out of here.
Yeah, you're done.
All right, Clockwork and Bane. Gracious, that is an
They're
expensive
spending
Bane.
so many Moonbucks. But they
Sort
made
by
Moonbucks.
price. Reginald.
They need to spend their moonbucks, right? They got to win this game.
Yeah, they need to close this thing out.
Yeah.
Dire
Well, Na'Vi.
team banned.
That's the 3rd most expensive Intel hero and the most expensive agility
Radiant
hero.
team banned.
Banned. Oh, he's banned. That's right.
Dire
So,
team banned.
something I wanted to point out was
Radiant
that obviously
team
these
banned.
teams need to win this
Dire
game,
team
right?
pick.
But at the same time, they have to be conservative with their moonbucks, try to attempt challenges, but some of the challenges you have to go out of your way to really do. So I'm curious to see how that's going to affect their gameplay. Maybe they'll start winning. Maybe they'll go back.
Yeah, we'll see.
Why, here we are. You found us.
I'm really glad we're looking at the draft right now. Freaking Reginald.
We are the draft.
Oh, Reginald.
Oh,
Oh!
yes,
Is that the
yarn.
knitting?
The yarn.
This is just what I was asking
Reserve
for.
time.
Some yarn. Thank you. Whoever
Yarn.
linked that yarn, I applaud you.
I love
We're buying the yarn? We're buying the yarn.
I love buying yarn
Oh,
from the
I love
Walmart
you,
and
whoever
using
you
it
are.
for the Vanguard in the car in the
That's enough.
garage.
Leave me alone. I'm just a simple Canadian. I'm a simple maritimer.
All right,
I
looks
can't
like
help it.
They take out a few bands, but now they're just going to go for the no bands, I believe.
The no band strat?
Yeah, unless
They're
something
running low.
very specific comes up, like maybe even a Marana band would have been justified
Radiant
here,
team
perhaps.
pick.
A weaver.
Weaver.
Okay. A little bit of flexibility.
Yeah.
Could go safe lane or off lane.
Very strong laner as well.
Mm-hmm.
Good against Tombstone.
Why is that? Just the Gemini attacking thing? Just some
Gemini
double
attack
attacks?
helps you kill it, and you're always hasted, so you
Yeah,
never
that's
get
true.
swarmed by zombies.
Good point.
10
Good point.
seconds remaining.
You know who's great against Tombstone?
Phantom
5
Lancer.
seconds remaining.
No.
Well, he is.
Everyone thinks
he's
good.
fantastic.
There's one hero.
Reserve
And it
time.
involves
Say
not
Centaur.
it involves not killing the Tombstone.
That's Centaur.
Alchemist.
No, there you go.
Does that work anymore?
Yeah, it does.
Of
Oh,
course.
okay.
You just farm up those little baby zombies.
Money,
And
money,
you
money.
could do it twice because he gets that talent where
Wow,
he places
that
a
would be
tombstone
so
on
much
death.
money. Can you imagine?
You could literally get a tier 1 item
You actually
with
could.
2 tombstones,
So
literally.
It's 400 gold
Yeah.
if you assume you killed 2 tombstones, and
Yeah.
that's level 3. And
It's-
then
it's good.
get another, couple Ks.
Try that in
Okay.
your pubs,
Oh my
guys.
God, they better ban Alchemist.
They better. That must be. They were thinking ahead.
If you guys see it, then you have to call me a god, okay?
Okay. In terms of OG's pick, probably the S4 hero here. Or something flexible, maybe like a Veno or something. That's kind of like a no-tail slash
Dire
S4.
team pick.
Faceless Void. Okay. That's a
That's
hero
a mad
Weaver.
hero.
Yeah, that's a hero Weaver does not like playing against.
You know what Matt actually loves playing is the Magnus. I wonder if maybe we'll see him get some mad
Yeah.
offlane Magnus. That'd be pretty hype. See S4 go back mid again.
Now, you think there's potential to switch up roles with Rezo
10
gone?
seconds
Maybe.
remaining.
But I've also seen him play Magnus mid a lot,
Yeah.
so there's always that.
5 seconds.
I mean, remember
remaining.
Matt has more MMR than most of his team. I think, right? He's very high.
Yeah.
Reserve
I've seen
time.
Rezo tweeting. I mean, of course, now we have the switch, but Rezo was always tweeting like, "Well, my coach is more MMR than me." Like, Matt's pretty ownage. He's always grinding.
Well,
They're
Now
playing in
he's,
tournaments, so they don't have time for that.
Come on, cut him some slack here. Not that many tournaments. Got him.
ouch.
Gracious. Gracious.
All right, what do we have against the Faceless Void right now? We have the Bane, so he can do a little bit of defensive maneuvers from outside of the Chronosphere.
Yeah.
I know.
It's not great, but it is there.
What do you think of a position 4 Naga, and we throw this to an offlane clock? We get real aggro up in here.
It's also a tombstone counter. You
It's
can song on the
classic,
siren.
man. You can song and kill
wards.
it. And Shaman Wards. Wow,
Yeah.
this is pretty great, guys.
Not a bad
Radiant
pick at all.
team pick.
It's a pretty decent value pick as well. isn't it?
Windshield Viper. Oh, we're actually getting to the point.
Did you say
Navi.
Windshield Viper?
Yeah.
Windshield the Viper.
Because Neil from Dota Cinema, he pronounces it as Wiper.
I know.
So
All the
I always say
Germans do that,
windshield
right?
wiper. Yeah. Well, he's Norwegian, but yeah, in that
Okay.
anywhere in that area typically.
10 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
Black calls it a Vanguard. Yeah, I wasn't sure what that was. I didn't wanna ask him.
Vanguard.
Seconds remaining.
Imagine if he was part Canadian too, just
That'd be awful.
Vanguard.
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 Reserve time.
All right. Well,
Viper.
they could technically take advantage of this money system here, Navi. If they, is there any ban worth more than 60 gold?
Oh, I see what
Yeah,
you're
we can.
saying.
So you
Yeah, but
ban
you don't
Night
want to random
Stalker.
your 5th pick.
I know. That's true.
Yeah.
That'd be real bad. But it is a way to get some 200. moves.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. How about you just get a good last hero with your money and then you win the game?
That sounds like a great
That's
strategy.
a really good
You
strategy.
could try
yeah.
that too. Sure.
Close it out.
Why not?
Look how expensive they're still picking such expensive heroes. There are cheap heroes, guys. You know, they are bankrupting themselves.
Yes.
They have some choices here.
Yeah,
They
why don't
do.
they just play with techies? He's real cheap.
I know, right? I don't understand.
I mean,
That's the
Oracle's
quality
less
of
than
heroes.
techies though. Oracle's great.
Is he?
Great hero. He was
I-
picked first pick recently, I
In
think.
Perfect world.
Yeah.
Dire team
He's
back.
all
that's
right.
why.
He's all right, dude.
Shadow
Okay.
Fiend.
Girlfriend.
The SF.
So how does this new SF deal against Viper? I know he has the stacking raise damage, but
Hmm.
Viper also has the poison attacks a bit better.
Viper feels weaker in lane for sure than
He
he was
does.
before. He's definitely not nearly as good as the true 1v1 scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seconds
This Viper has
remaining.
more of like a. He actually has wave clear now. With
Yeah.
Another toxin he can farm.
5
But you're right, his lane
seconds
phase did take a
remaining.
big hit.
And theoretically, Shadow Fiend's laning phase has
Reserve
gone
time.
up with the
Yes.
raise thing. Nothing negative has happened to Shadow Fiend in
Radiant
terms of his own
team
laning, so
ban.
it should be better. And see, they know. Navi, they're aware. They're like, yeah, you know, Mad plays one hero really well at clubs. It's that Magnus, and of course it's S4. I guess if you have a Magnus, you can't. It's hard to
Yeah.
give it to Mad over S4 anyway, right?
Yeah, that's
So-
true.
What do you guys think about an offlane Wyvern for Navi? You have the Cold Embrace counter for
10
Chronosphere.
seconds.
Damn, that's
remaining.
hype.
Okay.
I think it's very unlikely because I don't think S4 plays it. And maybe the
5
hero's not
seconds
actually that good.
remaining.
But
You mean for Navi? So it'd be
oh,
for-
sorry,
for
sorry.
general?
Yes. For general.
Yeah, that'd be
General
hype.
plays it, I'm
Reserve
pretty sure.
time.
Dude, I am
I'd be
in.
hyped to see that.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Even if it's just, well, then you have Bane, Wyvern support duo. So yeah, you're probably gonna be off lane, get some farm going.
How does Monkey King ult
Radiant
work in
team
Chrono?
pick.
It just works.
It just works?
Yeah.
That's pretty strong,
And
potentially.
we do lose the PL counter to the Undying Tombstone.
So is this a Batrider pick from OG again?
Yeah, it's
PL
still in
ban.
there.
mean,
Up against
Weaver is
you're
not good
against
against
Weaver
Weaver.
and Viper though.
It's not good
10
against Weaver in
seconds
lane or throughout the
remaining.
game, but you have Faceless Void to deal with that.
True.
And it's a way to make
5
Navi come in
seconds remaining.
to save whoever gets
And then you
lasted.
go for the Chrono and
Exactly.
the Tombstone
You
and
just
the
need
snake.
some way to
Reserve
start the fight.
time.
And it's a hero that they can always pressure with too when they have Shadow Shaman and Undying. But I guess the Weaver definitely makes it a bit scary to pick that hero.
Yeah, overall their initiation is pretty weak. I don't. You can't afford to. If this was like Complexity or something, I'd be thinking about that like Jakiro or something. But
Right. the
that
group
that
up.
whole idea of the initiation to start a fight for OG is definitely not there right now.
Yep, they need something to jump. Doesn't really matter what it is, just something has to get in there.
You mentioned Wyvern.
Yeah.
418 moonbucks.
Yeah, not the value pick at all. Very expensive.
Pricey guy. Gal. She's expensive.
I don't like that.
That
It's a
always gives
she.
me gal.
Yeah.
What do you call puck?
It's an
Or
Or
it.
just
just
a
an it.
sensitive
It is an
subject.
it. Wyvern is a female, though. Isn't that determined?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
is. But
Dire
Puck's the
team
mystery.
pick.
Kunkka.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is this core Kunkka?
Is this the no-tail Kunkka
Yeah, we've
again?
been seeing the
Alright.
no-tail Kunkka lately.
And then I guess this will
I
be an
think so.
S4 Void. Wow, that's hype.
I guess it would have to be, right? And then Void would lane with the Undying, probably. Not bad. Good combo for the Chronosphere.
I was a
10
big fan of the
seconds
no-tail
remaining.
Kunkka last time. That was pretty cool. Okay, so lots of team fight
5
control here
seconds
now with the
remaining.
Kunkka and the Chronosphere. Feels pretty good.
I feel like there's no last pick that
Reserve
can salvage
time.
the team fight aspect of Navi's draft. Like you have to
And
deal
their
with
ratting's
the,
already weak because they have a Viper.
yeah.
I guess it's not as weak as it used to be, though, because you
I
can at
guess-
least wave clear.
Against heroes like Void, where you have long cooldowns, you can always snowball really hard. And then if you get tanky enough on heroes like Viper, then Chronosphere becomes much weaker if you can't kill
So-
that target.
We talked about how cheap Underlord was last time. I mean, a similar hero here. Maybe the Underlord again for them?
I mean, he's okay, but he's not like that snowball kind of hero. So they have the Bane, right, who's a super strong laner. So if they play an off laner that has a lot of lane presence, they can really abuse that lane. And I feel like they need to, because if Void has a free safe lane, then this game looks quite difficult when it gets to late game.
Hmm.
So I'm talking something maybe like even Pugna, for example.
Well, that's pretty high tempo.
You also have a way to deal with all the right clicks in Chronosphere, Mass Serpent wards. Maybe it's not the best for pressure in the lane, but it's probably good enough. I don't know. It's weird, because it always depends where you want to take your draft in this area.
It would be nice if they had someone who could work with cogs. It looks like Clockwork is kind of on his own this game. Like, they don't have a lot of
Is there
burst.
any way Elder Titan offlane?
I mean, it is kind of a disengage when Chronosphere comes out, right? You can
Yeah.
reset with the stomp, but it's not fast. Right? It takes time. So for that reason, I think
How
it'd
much
be
is Puck?
unlikely.
450.
Yeah, it's
But if you win this game as Na'Vi, isn't that worth it?
It is.
Like,
Winning the game is definitely worth it.
but if they don't win, then they are
TA,
Flyer
F
Assassin.
TA.
Interesting. So, the last time we saw Safe Lane Viper, it didn't go all too well. That was actually for OG, so they should know that, and they'll be like, idiots.
Yeah.
But we'll see. If
The
Na'Vi
only
can pull it off a
thing-
bit better.
The only thing good against refraction is Torrent, I believe, right? That's a bunch of different instances of
yeah,
damage.
and Soul Rip is one instance now.
Yep.
It used to be multiple, but that'll
Shackle,
help you.
kind of.
Shackle's
Right?
Yes, but
That's
I mean,
kinda
she's
slow.
shackled,
Yeah.
so it's like you're trying to burst her down during that anyway. So it's can't really wait for it to complete or something.
How many, off the top of your guys' head, Torrent, how many instances of damage do you think that is?
4, I think, but
it?
I might be wrong.
That's
I
pretty
think
freaking
it's
good.
more now, but I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe it is.
I have
Find
no
out
idea.
more. Tweet at us. Tweet at Sunsfan TV. How many instances are in Torrent? Help
Yes,
him
thank
out.
you.
Teach the guys some dodos.
I forget mechanics, guys. Well, then again, we are going to see a core Kunkka. So
Yes, I
he-
hope so.
He won't be maxing Torrent. He'll be maxing his Tidebringer, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
If that ends up being the no-tail hero. Which
Fingers
would be pretty
crossed.
hype. Yeah.
Might change depending on the laning and everything.
Oh,
but
at level 1 Torrent might be, like, is there any difference between level 1 and level 4 as far as taking off refraction
No,
shards?
no,
I don't think so,
definitely
right?
shouldn't be.
Unless it's too
Oh,
low
it
to
might
not
be-
count
Yeah,
as
like
damage.
level 1 Rot used to be.
Yeah, Rot would not do anything, right?
Right.
Well, in terms of drafts, though, what do you guys think overall here?
I don't know. This one's weird. I like OG's team fight, but
It's exactly the same situation to me, like last game. If Na'Vi just, if they
Yeah.
Templar and Viper, they're going to do the same thing as last game, get way ahead. But if they slip up at all, everything just looks so much better for OG.
yeah, a
I have
good
a-
way to play around Chrono is also Aegis, right? You
Yeah.
can get in there, force him to use Chronosphere in a way he doesn't want to use it,
Yep.
and then you can take the fight from
And they have no good ulti after that. Like, if they use Chrono poorly, like, what are they going to do in the next team
Right,
fight?
right.
You have to, like, hit a boat or something or get some good X's going. So, yeah, age is very important in this game. But at the same time, the control over the pit for OG should be masterful. Between Snakes, Tombstone, Chronosphere, even Kunkka. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
if they are alive, there's no way Na'Vi should be able to get the Aegis.
I don't think the lineup matters that much.
Whoa. What are you trying to say?
I think Navi's going to win regardless. I think trying to replace, like, subbing in of all people, probably No-Tail number 1 and then Resolution number 2 are the hardest people to replace on this team.
Well, I'm going to disagree. I like OG.
The only reason I say that is because the way they play around Resolution, right?
Yeah.
They give him everything.
True.
And now they have to change that or they can try, and they haven't really played with effing Mad that much. So I
But
think
you would
Navi.
think he, out of anyone, should know that strategy the best. But Brax, what do you think? You got a choice here?
I'll pick Navi. They snowballed hard off the lanes last game. I think they can do it again.
Okay. Well, time to find out what our casters are thinking. Get your thanks purge ready. It's Purge and Mod.
I'm thinking that these are some poor-ass teams, Purge.
Yeah, these guys do not have a lot of money. I don't know what they're going to do from here on out. They got to do bounties, basically. In OG's defense, they only did 2 inexpensive bounties, so if they get some advantage here, they can definitely snowball this into a lot of bank that could win them the 3rd game. What do you think about the draft itself? Let's talk about the Dota. I see a lot of team fight stuff coming out of OG's side, and Navi does not have a lot of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of single pick-off potential, which was kind of what OG had in the last game, actually. But first of all, I do like the no-tail Kunkka. This is what they were talking about in the draft. He played it in one of the earlier series to great effect. He went for like kind of the Battle Fury build, or I think it was the Daedalus build, not the Battle Fury build, excuse me. So I think I like this hero. I like the fact that Matt is on the Shadow Fiend. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they have the Den DTA, which is always good, which means this is a safe lane Viper for Crystallize, which I'm not 100% sold on, to be honest with you.
So what's kind of cool about Navi's draft is that their lanes are pretty independent. TA can go jungle, Viper's fairly hard to kill, Weaver's hard to kill, so it should allow the supports on Navi's side to move around and make a lot of kills happen. And it's a Clockwork and a Bane. Those heroes are very good at lane pressure and things like that.
Right.
Whereas on OG's side, if they can kind of just stabilize here and get into the mid game, they're going to have Tombstones, they're going to have Chronospheres, they're going to have Kunkka Boats and combos, and they've also got Shadow Shaman for wards. So I feel like their lineup just looks terrifying to play against. But if Navi can get some good lane advantage and turn that into some gold advantage, then they could definitely kind of snowball their opponents.
So for you, it's getting out of the laning phase for OG, essentially.
Yeah, definitely getting out of the laning stage, going about even in the mid game, things like that. And speaking of which, president-wise,
did anybody call
as
it?
you leave the town, nobody called it. They forgot to call that one. That's a big mistake for OG here because there's literally no downside to calling it. And it gives you a chance at getting Moonbucks, but they
just forgot. I'm assuming
Yeah.
that's the assumption I would make, and that is a bit unfortunate. And they need these Moonbucks. Whoever wins this series, first of all, we go to Game 3. Forget about it. But if it is going to be Navi winning, obviously they're going to be a little bit poor on the. So we need to see some Moonbucks come out from both of these teams.
It's got to be tough. They have to think about losing the game, and they also have to think about gaining Moonbucks, and that could be a big tax here for OG. So for them, they need to play well, and hopefully Matt here can get the advantage. Big Sentry placed down, but they actually do not get the Observer Ward.
Wow,
it's placed
it's really
right in
close
front of the
too.
tower.
They have
Tri-lane's mid, guys.
Yeah, it's 3 versus 3 in this mid lane. I don't know how long that's going to last for, but
I think it's very clear that Immortals has affected the meta. It's a tri-lane meta, guys. It's here. Oh, but Matt's
the
gonna
double
get some
decay
free
coming in. And yeah, Matt's getting some of these free last hits. He gets 1 Necromancer stack from it, I believe.
Incredible.
Oh, the Enfeeble is just so rough.
The soul of a cog forever trapped in this body of the Shadow Fiend.
Dude, he has like 20 damage overall.
I mean, why look anywhere else? Well, I'm gonna look really briefly. It's a Faceless Void versus Viper 1v1. That doesn't sound great for Void to me. And the other matchup is a Kunkka versus Weaver, which is actually probably fine for Kunkka.
Yeah, I think so.
Just keep splashing the Weaver till he gets low on HP. So I think OG's, I don't know, it looks about even. It all comes down to this crazy mid lane with Enfeeble and Shadow Fiend. Well, he has 20 damage.
He has 20 damage. It's really rough. I mean, he's still getting some decent last hits, all things considered. 3 last hits to the 4 of Dendy plus the 2 denies along with it. Roger's getting run at potentially. Jax is also getting run at with Ether Shock level 1, so no Shackles or X to work with. I think they've rotated Fly out of this lane, I believe. He's bottom right, yeah, so that'll
God,
be the
who
end of
knows,
that.
man. There's some weird stuff that's been happening in Midas mode. And I feel like we never see this try versus try thing happen in the first place, but the fact that it's now happening in Midas mode is like this. The teams are not quite playing in the exact normal ways that they anticipate to be.
Yeah.
Mad's actually last hitting pretty incredible here. The fact that he got 4 last hits before, with the exception of the cogs, before even getting raises is pretty impressive here.
Agreed. I mean, this is just really tough. The Enfeeble continues to go. He has level 1 raise now, so that'll help him a little bit. He needs to be kind of careful here as there is Seneko running at him, and he does a lot of damage already. Roger was going to go for the Force TP. That'll be up onto the Shadow Shaman, who TPs himself back into the mid lane.
Yeah.
But
This is Void's doing great. He's got 8 last hits here. TA's sitting at 12, so I would say it's going about even. Small gold advantage for Navi here. In terms of the safe lane, it's pretty even between the Weaver and the Kunkka as well. So if Void can keep a little bit of an advantage here and get to level 6 pretty fast, turn that into some kills, that could be really, really good for OG here.
Yeah, the Chronosphere is going to be huge for them.
And Jarex is also level 2 now, and with Shackles, you can cut through Refraction really rapidly. Actually, I'm not 100% of that. I know that it works very good with like Firefly and ability draft and all, but I don't know if the damage is high enough to break Refraction. But either way, even if Shadow Fiend's hitting for a tiny bit of damage, they should be able to break through a fraction and get enough advantage there. But he'll come back and put some more Enfeeble on him. But now he's like 40 damage Shadow Fiend. This isn't that big of a deal anymore.
No, this is doable, and it's only level 1 Enfeeble at this point. He's not going to level it up too much more, I think, if you're Seneko. But, I mean, this should still give Dendy an advantage. I mean, even later on into the game when he gets more Necromastery stacks. And, of course, TA obviously a very strong laner in that regard. So, Dendy should be ahead of the Shadow Fiend for the most part.
Catching up, and I think Shadow Fiend could be just fine, especially in this game where if there's going to be Chronospheres and things like that, he can at least get some double raises off to get some amplified damage, maybe get a good ultimate off, and he's going to actually walk back to Fountain, which isn't that big of a deal here, considering that Shadow Shaman's also in the lane. This is one of my favorite things about a dual lane mid, actually, is that you can choose to be a little inefficient because you know that somebody's getting the golden experience.
You just want the experience, especially for the Shadow Shaman getting up to level 6 as soon as possible. But Seneko is really zoning him out. Brain Sap coming in, plenty of damage. Meanwhile, top lane, they're looking for S4. Roger has the battery sold. S4 still has the time walk. Really not trying to use it.
Just pushing him back, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they just want to limit S4's last hits as much as possible here. Mad gets slept as soon as coming in. Looks like he almost got a kill.
Yeah, he did the double raise, I believe.
Yeah.
And Seneko got low.
So very close. Would have been a really nice advantage there for Mad, considering that he's about half of the last hits behind where Dendy's at, but they will catch up. 15 stacks now for Necromastery. It's actually just offsetting what Necromastery does, so he's just a regular 53 damage.
53 damage, baby. All right.
Definitely very annoying to lane against this, but he's going to be able to catch up for sure. Seneko running back to base to go get healed up and contribute. In general, actually trying to do gank mid. He's looking for a really easy Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, he's got an Invis rune. He's got level 2 Shikuchi. GRX is kind of behind the tower. He is good at clarity. Now Mad may be getting dove here. There's a wave, but it's going to fall to the tower pretty quickly.
Okay, found him.
Here they go. They're going to drop the swarm, and GRX in trouble. Shikuchi and First Blood going the way of this Weaver. So great rotation with that Invis rune to pick up a nice little kill there for Navi.
That's really nicely done there. No positive words for general. Nothing. No nice rotation. Nothing yet. So I guess it's pretty safe to say these teams are going to fail to be nice challenge. It wasn't the most clear, I suppose, but would have been
nice.
3 points, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You could get, but great rotation there. It was effective. In the meantime, he wasn't getting that much in the offlane anyway, so it's one of the nice things you can do as an offlane hero is just go gank somewhere else, especially if you get lucky on an Invis.
Yeah, that's a huge rune for him to pick up. In the meantime, though, No-Tail is having a pretty great time bottom. He's getting free farm. He's got level 3 Tidebringer, so he's going the Cleave build. He's not going to go for the Torrent or the X build at this point in time.
Yeah, if you're playing core Kunkka, you need to be able to push the lane rapidly, and he'll be able to catch up in levels later. I'm curious what build he'll go later. We'll see. But
Sleep in the mid lane. They're going to look for him. They're going to have the cogs. Mad going to get Nightmare again. He steals away from JRX, so he's going to get chased down. JRX will be the one to fall. Another Nightmare still coming back in. They will get the kill, but it's still Roger super low. It's going to be a trade. OG getting a 1-for-1 trade. That is a huge trade for them.
Yeah, I think they're going to be pretty happy with that. Putting the kill on Mad in exchange for support is always going to be great. I really like how they used Nightmare there. That was a good move. Buys you like a second of invulnerability every time that you take it back from yourself. So made a lot of sense for them to trade.
It was pretty nicely done.
So No-Tail level 6 now, so he's going to be pretty happy with his positioning here.
He's got Ghost Ship. He's going to pop it up. General might get caught here. Shikuchi, there it is. He needs a Torrent to follow up, and he will get it. Is it enough damage? Shikuchi came out. He was still invis. General only has 3 seconds left before he can use it again. No-Tail's going to get chased down. The battery assault coming in. He will get caught. This would be a nice kill for Navi if they could find it, but he's going to get under the tower. It's going to be close. He's a salve. They're going to die for this. The Shikuchi coming on in, and No-Tail in trouble. Will get dropped. Navi. They turn it around. The Ghost Ship General, he's going to get soul ripped. Yeah, unfortunate. Fly comes in, drops that down. So it'll be 1-for-1 trade.
Really good. Man, Roger is so good at rotating. This guy's one of my favorite roamers. I think he goes to the places at the perfect timing, ekes out the nice plays there. I mean, maybe No-Tail could have focused more killing his bug, but it's such a hard situation when the swarm hits you. He had to hit the swarm 4 times, and he had to hit cogs twice to get out of there. It's very tough.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Roger has a haste rune looking for Mad. Battery assault, the cogs coming in. They're going to try to dive the Seneko looking for a brain sap. See you later. Ghost Ship too little too late, but they have the Shackles General. He'll get dropped. It'll be the Decay that does the job for Fly. Good turnaround there from OG. Can they find anything else? Roger getting chased down. No-Tail is level 1X, but he can't quite find Roger, and he, in fact, has juked him. So Roger getting into the tree line will keep himself safe. Nice little play there, and he'll, I think, be able to walk out here in a moment, although he's going back into the jungle. He's going to see Fly here. It's not the easiest hero to gank. And especially at level 3 for this Clockwork.
How does Fly have level 5 already at 7 minutes? This is insane, actually. They put a sentry down to try to spot to protect the SF. He's going to walk back in. The crazy part is Roger's still here watching.
Again. He's going to get the experience. He's going to just sit back.
Yeah.
He's level 4 now.
Really nice move there. The splitting the experience. Matt actually pings. He knows. Yeah,
they scan it. He's on the run.
That's actually so next level.
It's time to get out.
That he knew that guy was there just because he didn't get as much experience as he expected. So they know that the Clockwork was still in the area. They definitely see him now with the Observer Ward. So
Yeah.
maybe they'll try to pressure him, but I'm
They
sure
have no way to chase him down. There's no lockdown. And
I mean, it's Shadow Shaman, but it's so dangerous here. It's a Tranquil Boots on a Clockwork with Battery Salt. If you get too close, Shackles doesn't work, and your Shadow Shaman will die. It's a scary thing to play against here.
So again, OG, they need to get out of this laning phase. They have a lot of good team fight. S4 is level 6 here. He's got the Chronosphere at the ready. They need to make something happen, I feel like, here in the next few minutes. And we'll see if they can do so.
Yeah, he's not even that item farmed at this point either. He's really gotten eclipsed by the Viper at this point, which makes sense. It's not a hero that you can lane against at some point, especially as a faces Void. Void is good against bursty damage. That's kind of limited, doesn't have Disable. And Viper's just slow damage over time that will beat you in the lane. So yeah, it looks like they're going to try to make a kill out of this. Tombstone, most likely. Boat, as well as Chronosphere, is probably what they're going to have to commit.
They have a side trap here, which will spot S4 running in and might spot everybody else.
That's going to be normal. And the other two guys,
They just might have spotted him.
yeah, it kind of looks like, yeah, they do ping it as well. So that gank is going to be averted.
Yeah, Crystallize is just running home, so he is fine. By the way, I really like the fact that the supports weren't top lane, giving Crystallize that 1 versus 1. It's what you want to have on a Viper. I liked it a lot.
Oh, man, the net worths just look awful for OG right now. Their Shadow Fiend is really low, and the top 3 are actually all Navi heroes.
Jerax is in some trouble. They will have the battery cell to work with. Here comes Fly, though. They're going to pop the Torrent. It will miss. Dandy running in as well, and Fly has to drop the Tombstone. Inside the pit we go. It's going to be 1 dead. It looks like it might be 2. Good ghost ship, though. Can they turn this around? Roger's getting low. Matt has a double damager, and they're looking for more. Viper Strike coming in. Seneko is also getting chased down. No Tail will get that kill. He might die to the storm, and he will. It's General with the Shikuchi that gets the job done. The side trap about to come in, and Matt getting chased down by Crystallize. More than enough damage, and even the double raise will not save him. It's a triple kill for Dendi. What a fight coming in from Navi. They were all there. They were all ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, the bad part was that it's Undyne in the front. He's got great levels for this point compared to most supports, but if he's the focus and everybody's right-clicking him, he's going to go down. He needs to kind of sit at the back, buy some time to cast his spells, maybe multiple times if possible, but it was just the wrong heroes dying at the beginning, and Shadow Fiend just isn't farmed enough to be able to take these fights anyways. Navi has such a lane advantage here that they can actually win these engagements.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge net worth-wise. They now have a 3K lead, but the biggest thing is Dendi and Crystallize. And look at Dendi, he's taking this giant stack. Oh my god.
If he's going to get so much farm from this, like very close to Deso once he finishes that. And then the raiding team has to be really scared because they do not have enough survivability on their characters to be able to deal with a Deso TA and whatever other follow-up is included.
General chasing down No Tail, but he will get X marks back and torrented up, and now they have S4 TPing, and they need... they have Chrono. S4 might go for this. He's trying to bait it out. They're going to drop it. He is invis, but there's a ward right next to him. Jerax, the Torrent, the Ghost Ship. This will be 100% a kill going the way of OG. So Chrono used. They finally get a kill. They finally get things going back their way.
Yeah, and at least that was a core kill. It was one of the lesser farmed ones, but every kill they can get at this point needs to happen. So really, you should just look at OG's abilities kind of like Midas's. Every time they're up, you got to throw that down to get some gold and to get some kills.
Ooh. Roger going for the hook shot. Serpent Ward's dropped. Roger might need to be careful here. He's taking a lot of damage. Jerax getting low, but the Brain Sap will finish him off. Roger, can he survive? One more.
Oh, nice
the Nightmare from Seneko. It does keep him alive. Fly coming in. They've got the decay ready as well. Seneko now running to the north. They're splitting up. General's TP'd in as well. Fly wanted this kill so badly. Seneko walking up. They're baiting. The Serpent Ward's still going in now. Fly's been the one that's caught out of position. He will go for a TP play. He will get himself out. The flare not there in time. Not that it would have mattered, but wow. Nice so Nightmare.
Yeah, really good move by Jerax as well, drop the wards. I thought he was super dead. Dropping the wards actually made it a bit even there. But Navi with the nice plays, they turned it around. You know, in some ways that actually wasn't that bad. We're committing mass Serpent wards, a lot of Navi rotations. And in the meantime, the big ultimates, the important ones, the Chronosphere, it's slowly ticking back up. And nobody really loses anything other than Jerax going down. So I think that was a good bit of moment there for OG, actually. They're going to pop a smoke and go for another fight now.
I feel like this rotation needs to be huge for them. At least one kill getting Dendi would be huge. The smoke will break. No, Dendi didn't get used it. The Ghost Ship's going to give him the X-Marks will follow up as well, but he's going to get out. It looks like no, not in time. Still, he had the refraction on, and now you need to think about backing away if you're OG. You might not want to take this fight. Roger's coming in. He has the hook shot. Mad might be in trouble. There's a ward to scout things out, but now it will get dewarded as there's a sentry dropped down by OG. So
yeah, they had to have the Torrent land. It would have cut through refraction.
The Tombstone's going to get tacked down, and now you need to back up if you're OG. You cannot fight without that, I feel like.
This is really bad now. 30 seconds left till Chronosphere, so S4 is going to go split push. They're going to try to slow down this push. push if they can, but it's so
Hook
hard.
shot that found No-Tail. General was behind enemy lines, threw up the swarm. There's 2-man cogs coming in from Roger, and No-Tail trying to get away, but he is in trouble. No Ghost Ship to help him out. They've got the shackles on the General. He's in trouble. The Rays coming out. They will turn it into a 1-for-1. Now they're going to find a huge Fiend's Grip taking down S4 as well. So now a 2-for-1 for Navi. Well done there.
Yeah, they're doing some damage to Dendy, though. He's pretty low. Refraction's up, but
Very fired as well, I believe.
this could stop the push at least. Jarex doesn't quite have enough mana to nuke the wave here, but if he pulls the wave past, then at least Viper can't tank it. So this kind of, I would say this definitely went bad for OG, but it didn't produce the tower getting killed, which is so important. If you have a hero that's underfarmed like Shadow Fiend, he needs the safety of the tower to not get pressured in the lanes and the jungle as much. So every tower that OG defends here is just buying them more and more time. They're still very behind, but if they can start getting some big kills on Templar Assassin, they can get back in this game.
I mean, that's the huge thing. He is clearly the most net worth for Dendy. He is 7,400 net worth currently. You find those kills, you get back into the game. And we know how good OG's late game can be. We've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
It is very strong, and if they can get back into this game, that would be pretty nice for them. So
They're going to go on mid a little bit here.
they have the
Seneca's
time
gonna get
dilation. First hit bash. He's dead. No brain sap. And they even cancel the TP. As Navi were thinking about rotating in, they decided against it as they're split pushing bottom.
And they didn't even have to contribute that much. That was just Tombstone essentially that they trade up here. So going for the tier 1 tower, if they can get this, especially now that they know that Clock has to walk here. This is a gimme tower here.
Yeah, they want this tier 1 mid. Dendy has to throw up his side trap and back himself away. They
Who
even
gets the
prop
last
the
hit?
drum charge for No-Tail. They want this tower. They're going to get it. He will get the last hit. So.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to focus on giving the tower to specific people. That
Oh,
seems just
General,
like they're trying to-
shackled up. They have the Master Wards. Is it going to be enough damage? He's going to be able to time lapse here. He doesn't get the Ether Shock up in time, and Jarex didn't have enough mana anyways. Now Matt is rotated in. They need some vision, but here comes Crystallize.
He's just waiting. He's hoping somebody will
They
come
really want
forward.
this kill. They'll see General. He'll try to juke his way back and forth. Nicely done. Viper
Ooh,
strike
the
elsewhere.
grab.
They've got the Fiend's Grip. They'll take down S4, and Fly also dies elsewhere. General fighting up
costly.
against Mad. General doing a lot of damage. Mad might get chased down if he's not careful. Shikuchi comes in. That's a kill. General will just rotate in and just kind of bait it out and get a kill easily.
Yeah, a lot of movement there, but it's kind of just wasting a lot of time here. Dendy's going to get caught with the boat, but No-Tail in trouble.
Yeah, they have Roger with the hook shot coming in. He's going to pop the drum charge, try to phase himself away. The side trap, he is still rather speedy. I don't think they can find this kill. They needed a bit more damage, but Dendy was stunned up, I believe, by that Ghost Ship, so he couldn't pump out that Desolator damage.
Oh, and Dendy does get caught, though, with the
This
Torrent.
could
He
be
can X him
huge.
as well.
They have Shackles coming in. Oh, the immediate nightmare from Seneko, though. They're going to X him back, though. They still want this kill. They cannot find it. S4 wasn't there in time. He was looking for a Chronosphere, but Dendy just blinked himself away because he still had the refraction up and ready to go.
Weaver's ready to cut from the backside, though. Here comes the Bugs. He catches one.
Can he get Jarex? He's so squishy. He's going to get dropped down. The Shackles will come in, but they have crystallized the Nether Toxin. They X-mark himself. I think No-Tail back. He wants to
coming back.
jump in. S4, he's got the Chronosphere. Hits on under the Viper. General will dodge it swiftly. He will time-lapse his way away. They're not focusing this Viper at all, but they want General. One more hit will come out. The Requiem is about to go. Will secure that kill for Mad, and they will turn into a 1-for-1 trade for now. No-Tail, he has the Ghost Ship ready to go. Crystallized still rather tanky. He has level 4 point and corrosive skin here at this point, so not that much damage dealt, and Dendy had the refraction. Seneko also gets hit by it, but there's too much damage, too much survivability here from Navi. OG will have to back up. No chrono ready, no time walk for S4, not for 2 seconds. The urn ticking him down. He will be able to get down to the low ground for now. And OG looks like they will back themselves up underneath this tier 2 tower, but
Thinking about going after Clockwork here, but they can't run around. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be able to run. S4 could go for some slows.
he has a hook
though.
shot. Maybe he can get out. He also has his team at the Roche pit. And they're roaching as we speak. They have the Meld Strike
Okay.
to do some damage.
Well, they realize they don't have Tomb for 20 seconds. This
Are
is
they
a
going to
bit
go
tough.
for this? They are. General's in now. No-Tail has to back himself up. There's the Fiend's Grip, the hook shot as well. No way to disable Seneko. They will actually get one kill. That's under the Clockwork. Gets blown up immediately. No-Tail will survive, but it is still a 1-for-1 trade as they drop the wards inside the pit. General now in, but there is a shrine that they will heal up at for OG. They might turn onto the Weaver. Still no chrono for another 70 seconds. They won't be able to use that. A couple of side traps pop down. Dendy's really low. He cannot afford to die here. Mad still taking so much damage from General, though. He has to go for the TP. It's a double kill for Crystallize, and Fly will be next despite having the Flesh Cold. The Ghost Ship comes out. They will take down Dendy at the very least. No-Tail is still in, doing a lot of damage. Crystallize needs to be careful. General Shikuching away. He's actually kiting them so damn well. The Veil will get dropped down. He will use his time lapse, and it's time to run for No-Tail. No Ghost Ship available. He's going to get caught and killed by Seneko. The Brain Sap came in. He got the last hit with it. Now Jarex doing a lot of damage here with the Ether Shock, but this Tombstone has done some serious work. Seneko has to go for the TP. They get the shackles off. They need more damage.
Oh my God.
Crystallize is so low that zombies will finally dissipate, and Jarex is still going to work at this point. The Nether Toxin coming in, the
no.
Flare comes out, and Crystallize will get an unstoppable spree. What a fight. My God.
General is just constantly
He's in there.
killing people
No
on the
mana
back
for
line.
S4. He has wand charges, though. He might have been able
he's
to time
just
walk.
sitting here on the back line. General has been the most annoying bug I have ever seen in a game before. He's just always hitting the back line at the worst times. It's Shadow Fiend, it's the Shadow Shaman, it's the Kunkka. He throws bugs on people and he just drains their mana and is so annoying in all these fights. And I can't believe Roche is still alive now. The Tombstone was like the best Tombstone I've ever seen, but it just didn't make anything good happen, unfortunately.
Roger is in deep. He will use the hook shot on Demad, try to get himself away. S4, he does hit the time dilation. Maybe they get this kill. The Torrent especially will help out as well. And S4, they'll get off enough damage. They even get a bash towards the end of his life to secure the kill. Well, he's down for 30.
That's a huge kill, actually, because they know Roche is a little low.
It's
they can
pretty
maybe
low.
attempt it. They spot General as well.
They're going to jump in. The Torrent will come through just to make sure there's nobody in there. They have Tombstone back up with the Flesh Golem in general. He's under a sentry right now, and he needs to be careful. They have the Chronosphere ready, but S4 is not in
Draining
position.
the mana.
And this is a lot of damage. The Race coming in. He has to use the time lapse. The Chronosphere, it's going to get dropped. They want this kill so badly. The Ghost Ship's going to come in. That will secure it with the Torrent along with it. Now coming back is Navi Crystallized. There's the Viper Strike, the Weaver. He bought back, but he's no way to time lapse back into the fight. Crystallize is getting low. This is dangerous right now. The Nether Toxin doing so much. The Fiend's Grip coming in as well, but Crystallize about to get dropped, and he will. He will get a Wicked 6 spree before he dies, but he does give that away. Meanwhile, in the backlines, General is in. He brings down Mad yet again, and Dendi also doing some serious work. No Tail on the run, trying to fight General. It's not going to work. This bug, like you mentioned, they want to squash it. They cannot do so. It is going to be another 4 kills for Navi at the end of the fight.
And another super annoying full duration Tombstone, but with Navi taking the team fight win there, they're going to be able to finally finish Roche. It looks like S4's in the area, though. He's going to think about jumping.
They could buy back on the Shadow Fiend. They're going to drop the wards down. Now Roger's in trouble. He's got hookshot. He will use it. He will get the kill into Jax as Dendi pops the Melt Strike, and now it is just his Faceless Void. Again, they still have that buyback from Matt. They don't want to use it. He will time walk away in time.
General almost died. He got bashed by Roche, and the wards almost finished him here.
And they're going to jump in.
Though.
Oh, the cock pushback. The Melt Strike from Dendi doing so much work. General will time lapse away and just make sure he can survive as the urn starts picking him up.
And they keep teleporting into Roche. It's so low, and everybody wants to take it. Everybody in OG is almost up with the exception of Void.
Tombstone is back up, ready to go again.
Oh my God, what a Roche fight here. It's low, 1300 HP, but it's healing 20 per second here.
Can they do it?
The wards are actually attacking it?
They have the hook shot. No, it's down for 30, but Fly, Meld Strike dropped down, and now with him dead for 30 seconds. No Tombstone ready. They should be able to take it. Matt also on the run. On the other side, No Tail has been caught. Roger jumps in. He's got the Battery Assault going. He has the cogs ready, but he gets shackled up now. No Tail needs a bit more damage. He's got the armlet to work with. Another Toxin coming in, and Jerax now, he's going to be the one to fall. Easily chewed down by Crystallize. Plenty of damage from the poison attack. Matt is going to be in trouble as well. He's going to get dropped here. He's trying to fight General. It's not going to work. Another 4 hero is dead from OG. Maybe they can take it now. Navi can finally get into this pit. Affirmative to Snako.
Yeah, Dendi took care of it while they were busy there. That ward on the high ground really changed everything. Actually, it's a Radiant ward. I think he just knew where the Undying was. Blinks forward, gets the kill. Yep. And once the Tombstone was out of action, that finally gave them enough to deal with it. And look how many sentries they completely did on this fight, too. There's like 5 sentries in the Roche Pit area. That seemed to be the issue. It's General with the Weaver, always poking and prodding with the Fusel Blade. Like one Geminate drive-by, that's 100 mana gone on your hero. Yep. And this early in the game, that's a huge percentage of what you're working with.
They're going to find
kept being the issue.
They will drop the Veil, the Nether Toxin. He does have the time walk. The cog push, though, will make sure they secure the kill. That was very nice from Navi. The roaming kill squad, they now have an 11k advantage, and suddenly they kind of have a stranglehold on this game because Dendi's still super farmed. The Viper, of course, is really farmed as well. So
yeah, they're turning all of their heroes into the places where they need to be. Like every single time they Fiend's Grip and get a kill on S4, completely changes the game. That's a 0-4 and 8 Faces Void. Very difficult to kill, but they're always there with the Fiend's Grip to secure it. And another kill gonna happen. Shadow Shaman now his 11th death this game.
Yeah, that is a rough game for Jerax. Hookshot will miss. Fly sidesteps his as Roger was trying to dive past that Tier 2 tower. Torrent will hit up. The X marks the Ghost Ship. This would be a nice kill. It's a little bit difficult with raises. The Nightmare save. You've got to be kidding me from Snako. The Viper Strike coming in, and now Mad's going to get turned down. General is in. The Shikuchi coming through. He's going to turn on to No Tail as Mad's already dropped down and dead. No mana left for No Tail. He gets a mana break so much. It's actually ridiculous how much it does with the Fusel Blade and the talent. They're going to jump in S4. He should have the Chronosphere, but Crystallize is in. They'll drop it down, and just so tanky on all these heroes. They're going to try to bring down Snako. Now they'll drop the wards inside. They're going to trap up Crystallize. He's got the Force If, though. The Shackles will come, but he's still fine. It looks like not enough damage to bring down this Viper. And they're going to sleep S4 for now. Roger is back in. Battery Assault, Cogs ready to go. Won't use it, not yet. They'll drop the Veil. The Cog push back. He's got mana. He does, but he will get up to the high ground. Very close. Almost going down. They will take Snako down to the back lines for OG. So there's that.
Oh, man. I mean, they have to drop
Jerax,
Tombstone and
please.
wards just to defend their own
Jerax,
tower.
please. This was a bait. It was a bait. General might fall here. He's got no time left, so Scoochie away, but Dendy is in. He'll take down that Shadow Shaman, finishing up the job. And, wow. Okay.
Man, this lane advantage that Navi's working with is just so much. Like, it's been very close at the Roche fights, but now the amount of money that TA has, for example, he's got, like, Blink, Dragonlance, Desolator. He's got double the money almost of Shadow Fiend. That's the next closest hero on the enemy team.
Oh, they finally kill him. He went too hard. He didn't have his time lapse. It was down for another 5 seconds. That's a killing spree picked up by Mad. So he throws his body a little bit too aggressively into this tier 3 tower.
I forgot about the 20 mana break talent for Weaver. He's draining 70 mana per hit.
Yep.
That's 140 mana for one drive-by. That's definitely mattered through the course of this fight. But Na'Vi is just, they have this big team fight advantage from the laning stage and all of the kills they've had. They keep making their kills happen everywhere they need to be, and we're just not seeing the same stability out of OG's heroes.
Yeah, they want to get to the late game, but down 17k, they are in a hole, and it's going to be tough to climb out of here for OG.
Flies.
He is donezo. Potentially the Soul Ripple will save him alive, keep him alive for a moment longer, but not too much more than that. So.
He almost dropped the Tombstone, but he realized it wasn't going to be worth it because he's going to need that win to defend the base. And now instantly Navi's going to shift to the bot lane. Mad might be in trouble here if he gets Viper Strike.
There's the hook shot, just missing. It hits on the creep as they just spawned. That was the only thing saving Mad, and it still might not even save him. He's ticking down. Crystallize still trying to find this. Gets nightmared up. They really want this kill as the Ghost Ship was coming in. They can't find it though. Then have the Toxin. They'll turn onto S4 instead. The huge Fiend's Grip coming in from Seneko. Now they're going to look for No-Till next as well. And we'll drop him down. It's 2 dead. And now it's going to be the Rax as well as Na'Vi. They're looking like they might take this series here, Purge.
Yeah, this looking very likes that. Huge advantage, 19k now. Rax is finished. Crystallize is just sitting right in front of the enemy fountain, and his opponents can't do anything. That means their hard carry essentially is either going to have to be Void or Shadow Fiend, but they're so far behind in net worth that nothing is even close to materializing. Like, the Kunkka was kind of a cool pick with the teamfight stuff, but he just doesn't output the sustained damage that they need to actually win fights here. And it's very easy for all of their cores to be pressured, basically.
Yeah.
Like, the space that was created in the early game by, like, Roger and Seneko was just insane. It's like nothing OG can do to stabilize. They're losing all their Roche fights, and now they're so far behind they can't even defend their racks.
Roger, like you mentioned at the beginning of the game, has done an excellent job roaming. He's gotten so many kills. He's been involved in so many fights.
Oh,
he's going to find another hook shot as well just to make sure he can cement his status in this game. But it won't get a kill. It won't lead into it. It will push them back, however, so they cannot defend the racks. Maybe they go for a Chronosphere. They found it on the 2. They've got the Serpent Wards. Jarek's looking. He's going to try to drop it here in a moment. Ether Shock. They're all really low. General will time lapse, and all of a sudden, all of that HP that they're missing is now back. They will get 1 kill. Can they get anything else? Roger's still up. He has the Blade Mill running. Now it drops down. Crystallize. He will back himself away. Dendy clears up these Serpent Wards on the other side. Roger's been caught. X marks Ghost Ship coming in. The Torrent along with it. Maybe they find the skill, and they do.
Okay.
And now Na'Vi will back themselves up. So they get some kills on the supports, but that is it, Purge. That's all they're getting out of this for OG.
I don't even think they care at this point. I mean, any kills they get are going to absolutely catapult them. When you're 23 gold advantage behind at 25 minutes, yeah, any kill is a lot. Dendy's aggressively jungling here. They're going to try to stabilize by pushing the top lane. But, I mean, every hero is pretty much in danger at all times. If they get Viper Striked, if they get Bane Gripped, if Clockwork catches somebody and there's a core there, that's going to be a dead hero every time. Viper is a threat, TA is a threat, Weaver's a threat, and they just need the supports there to set things up.
The amount of aggression from Na'Vi has been outstanding. 38 kills for them, 24k lead. Dendy playing like the Dendy of old, playing like the Dendy we've seen previously, and he's doing so much work on this Templar Assassin, and he is absolutely owning. Of course, his team is making a lot of space for him, which is really helpful for him. But Crystallize also teamwork. Did they stack it all 5? I don't think so.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
I think Dendy was stacking, I believe.
I definitely saw at least like three that were done. I definitely think there's a high chance. I'll check the replay.
Yeah, we'll check the replay. We won't confirm yet, but that's the one bounty they've tried this game. I don't think there's been any other bounties I've seen anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they're winning by a huge amount. I think it's time to stabilize. I think they're thinking ahead now. They're like, we have no money. We need to think about playing actually against the guys that have the second most money in the whole tournament. It's Team Liquid. They will be getting some Moonduck benefits. Whoever does win the lower bracket finals, they will be getting just some raw cash to go in towards the winner bracket because they have to play more sets. But they're definitely thinking about the long game here. And for OG, that's got to be demoralizing. They don't care about Moonbucks right now. They should just be caring about winning this game.
I will say OG have played a fantastic Midas mode. They have probably tried the most bounties out of any team. They've been a pleasure to watch.
But it's not all over yet. We have a Blink Dagger on Void. This could be the game changer. If they can Chronosphere
Yes.
and combo like 3 heroes and kill maybe 2 during that, it could definitely push them over to a teamfight win here.
They have yet to get that one big combo, and that's what they're looking for. And again,
Yep.
the late game potential is also there. You have a Chronosphere, you have the Mad Shadow Fiend doing a lot of damage. It's going to be tough. You're very tanking on Navi, but the game is not over, as you said. They're looking for the tier 2 hook shot in.
Oh, they get
Onto 2. Beautifully done. The instant hex, though. The Serpent Wards, they're going to try to turn it around, but Mad, he's going to get chronoed up inside as S4 is trying to do something here. The Fiend's Grip is going. That'll be onto No Tail. Mad's going to get dropped down. He is BKB'd up, but it will not save him. They'll take 2. They might even take 3 as Fly is getting low. No Tail still fighting fit for Crystallize, but again, the only hero down is going to be Roger for Navi, and they might find even more. Break comes out. They will get the kill. It's a double kill for Crystallize with a mega kill spree, and this might just end the game or at least get them a tier 2 tower. But this is really rough for OG.
Yeah.
Great fight for Navi, though.
All their big team fight ultimates are used. Their BKBs are popped, and that is just about got to be the end here. Navi should be able to finish off the range racks mid. They still have to take the tier 2 top at least, so OG will probably get some respawns here, but no big ultimates left for them to use against Navi.
Yeah, they don't have buyback on any of their heroes on this Radiant team. Navi are starting to pressure the tier 4 towers. They will back themselves up. Crystallize is a little bit low in HP and mana, but they are pushing in now. General doing the job, just making sure they can just push in this top wave. Dendy finishing off a couple more buildings. He's getting some more creeps. No Tail is back up, so too is Jerax, and he's going to get nightmared. He will X marks his way back home, back to safety, but the tier 3 will fall in this top lane. No, they're going to lift it for now. Maybe you back up if you're Navi. We'll see.
I mean, they can play this safe, but I don't think they need to. I think that this is their time. There's ultimates on cooldown. This is the time to push. They're going to commit to this.
Ghost Ship, good force away. Dendy's alive. S4 looking for some damage. Still no Chronosphere. They'll find Crystallize. They need this kill. They might find it. One more auto attack. He BKBs. He's going to drop the Nether Toxic. Getting chased down. They will secure the kill. Now Sineko as well, but No Tail getting hit up by General, getting chunked. The mana break is too much. Mad coming back in. BKBs now finally getting back up and ready to go. Hook shot again onto 2 from Roger. Another great cogs. They will get Jerax as well. It's 3 down, 2 on the side of Navi at the very least. Maybe they find more, though. They're looking for Mad. The Meld Strike coming in. He has his BKB, but now down for another 60 seconds. They'll get the Tombstone along with it. A 29k advantage. Fly will finally buy back. He was the only one that had it other than Jerax. He can use it here in the next few seconds as well. So this is maybe a bit dangerous from Navi, but they're so far ahead. I don't think they really care at this point.
Yeah, they just got to slow them down as much as they can. Buy some time. There's 2 dead heroes. Maybe they can hold 1 barracks at least by getting some kills, but picking off Dendy is so tough here.
They have Chrono. He's going to pop it, but again, he has Refraction up, and he's not even taking any damage in general. Still going to work. Now trying to get Fly. The time lapse back. The urn is up. It's the Spirit Vessel. He will get dropped. No, the Soul Orb keeps him alive along with the Decay. Roger really wants this kill. Flare back up, but Dendy, he will finish off S4 on the other side of the fight. They're about to get Mega Creeps here. General and Dendy are going to head back up to the high ground. Jerax has got the Serpent Wards at the ready. He needs to use them if he's going to keep this game going, and he will drop them down. But Crystallize has bought bots. He's back up in 5 seconds. And again, no S4 for 40 seconds.
Yeah, that's so difficult to defend here. They can put the wards down for a new set of towers, essentially, but it might not be enough. BOTs comes in, and Crystallize is going to do some damage.
Jerax is getting shredded. Crystallize's poison is too much damage. They're looking for Fly. He will just be in deep. Dendy pops the BKB, trying to get the Tombstone. Crystallize takes a lot of damage, actually, with these Serpent Wards doing some serious work. But Fly, the Nether Toxin, the auto attack damage from Crystallize is too much. The Hurricane Pike, they will finally get Mega Creeps. And OG, they're barely hanging on. They're going to try to find a feed for Sineko. Mad is in trouble. He's
almost
getting caught and killed, forced away. The Brain Sap, all 5 dead for OG and Navi. About to take this game. In fact, there is the GG. And a 2-0 victory for them as they will move on to the grand finals to play up against Team Liquid.
Congrats to Navi, man. They absolutely deserve the win. I could just sense the annoyance of playing against their heroes from the beginning of the game. This was like watching the Immortals game, except it actually made sense in the late game.
Yes.
Like, they put their heroes where it mattered. They completely pressured the Shadow Fiend. They didn't even let him jungle. As soon as he goes to the jungle, sap his experience, kill him there, put wards down, spot where they're at. The cores that they picked, the way that they played them was actually immaculate that game from Navi. Like, I have never seen a heavy team fight lineup get shut down so hard by laning and like mid-game prowess. Like, impressive play from Navi. Excluding Midas mode, that was a beautiful, very chaotic Dota game.
Yeah, that's high praise from you, my friend. That was some good stuff from them. I mean, like you mentioned, great laning phase. Little to no bounties completed. Maybe we have 1 going for Navi with the efficiency one. We'll check back on that here in a moment. But more importantly, they're going up against Liquid here, Purge. Yeah. Liquid have a ton of money. How tough is this going to be for Navi in the grand finals?
Well, like we said, they're going to get some dollar infusion, some Moonbuck infusion going into that, so they will have some bank going. They may be forced to, for example, if they get low in funds, they could do some randoming, they could do some challenges. We saw at the beginning of the term that randoming oftentimes did beat the other team anyway. So,
Yeah.
I have some faith. I think Navi can take it, maybe spend money on some heroes they think will fix their lineup, maybe a random couple, a little bit of both could be a really good strategy. And on the bright side, it's going to be hard for Liquid to bank Moonbucks in their series through randoming. They'll have to do challenges to make that get some longevity. So we'll see.
We will see, but that is not it for today. We have EG versus VGJ a little bit later on, of course, in this tournament. I believe that's what the next game is. I'm almost positive it's going to be EG versus VGJ. I know EG is 100% playing, but that is going to be the first round of the playoffs coming in for the North American side. Winner of that series will move on to play up against Optic in the grand finals over there. But we have a bit of a break in between then. For now, we will send it back to our panel to get their thoughts here. Let's see what they think.